natural disasters you wouldn't believe if not filmed.
Pig, I'm going to the Actual Ghost concert in 2 days. Want anything?
Piss. A jar of piss.
Taiwan that triggered this massive landslide. And these rescue workers in the French Alps who ran from a freak avalanche, to a tornado in Indiana that threatened this car dealership, and a store full of customers who narrowly escaped a devastating earthquake.
And now a Texas flood that killed hundreds of people. Is that going to be on this one too?
Here are 10 natural disasters you wouldn't believe if not filmed. Myanmar is among the most geologically active places in the world. It sits atop 4 tectonic plates: the Eurasian Plate, the Indian Plate, the Sunda Plate, and the Burma Microplate. When these plates collide, they tend to trigger some of the world's most powerful earthquakes.
Holy shit.
On March 28th of 2025, one of those tremors struck beneath Mandalay, Myanmar's second largest city. About 170 miles south of the epicenter, shoppers in a tiny jewelry store were forced to flee when the ground started shaking.
God damn! Dude, at that point, I think it's better to get outside, to get out of the building. Holy shit. Jesus. They just left that one woman, dude. She's holding the fort down, man. She's holding the fort down.
The 7.7 magnitude earthquake resulted from a strike slip, where 2 plates move horizontally along each other. Sometimes the plates get stuck as they move, causing unimaginable amounts of friction and potential energy to build. The tension grows.
I know what else causes a insane amount of friction.
And grows until it finally releases. The planet shifts into place, thus triggering earthquakes on the surface.
Oh my God!
At just over 6 miles below the surface,
ship like
the
that
Myanmar
is so crazy.
earthquake was considered very shallow compared to other events. It was so shallow and so powerful that a skyscraper in Bangkok, over 620 miles away, collapsed due to the shaking.
Oh wait, this was that, dude! I've never seen a video of the building actually collapsing. Is this the one where like 1,000 people died or some shit? I've never actually seen the video of it happening.
That would be like an earthquake in southern Virginia toppling a skyscraper.
Or was that just one that was like in construction? Because wasn't there like a skyscraper that collapsed recently? Dude, wait. I'm gonna look this up real quick. I don't know if it's the same thing. Skyscraper collapse. Oh, it was an under construction building intended for, okay. 92 confirmed deaths and 9 injuries. Okay. I swear I heard it was like way more death. The total was way higher than that. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but there's 92 people died from it.
In Boston. Tignes, France is famous for hosting the longest ski season in Europe. It's where the world's best skiers and snowboarders train every year. Don't be surprised if you're sharing a little.
Oh yeah, chat, talking about the chemtrail situation. Remember I was talking about my family and chemtrails? They said that because I guess, I don't know if this is true. It would honestly make sense if it was true. I guess planes in places that, like, you know, ski resorts, they have planes fly and like put chemicals in the sky to make it snow or make it easier for it to snow. And I don't know if that's true. It would make sense if that's true. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. But they took that and, you know, made it to where chemtrails caused Texas flood. They went from making it snow better to causing a huge freak storm that killed hundreds of people. You know.
With a former or future Olympian. Avalanches are top of mind for Tingya's safety workers. On April 10th of 2018, a crew arrived at the scene of an early morning avalanche that had blocked a tunnel entrance. As they worked to clear it, another avalanche struck on the mountain, forcing them to abandon their equipment and run for their lives.
Time to go! Why are you laughing?
Oh, comme elle descend.
Don't laugh! Time to go! Dude, it's gonna like explode over the... Yeah.
Ça arrive, ça arrive, ça arrive.
Here it comes.
Oh, les arbres.
This guy sounds giddy.
Ah, ça redescend.
Bro, run! Dude, they sound like little kids giggling when they're like running away from their parents or something. We're gonna die.
Oh, les voitures. Oh, les voitures et tout. Oh, j'ai tout filmé. Oh, putain.
God damn, bro.
Now, this clip is all the proof you need that avalanches are no joke. They can strike without warning and claim roughly 150 lives each year. A
Damn.
devastating avalanche in Tingya claimed the lives of 4 snowboarders a year before this incident. The season
Wow.
before that, 45 separate avalanches took the lives of 21 people.
Dude, that would be such a terrifying way to go. Thank you, Nicole. Because, like, you wouldn't die from the impact. You'd die from just being suffocated under snow. Like, that is terrifying.
Most avalanches are believed to be caused by the victims or someone in their party. That's why places like Tingya will trigger them on purpose when they see too
T11,
much
hell
snow
yeah.
accumulating. Reports seem conflicted about whether this was a freak occurrence or a planned avalanche. If it was planned, then someone clearly missed an important memo. Just under 8 million people live in the prefecture-level city of Nantong, China. On April 30th of 2021, most of them lived through one of the worst thunderstorms in the city's history. Wind speeds topped over 100 miles per hour as they flipped over fishing boats and
Those are
uprooted
rookie numbers
trees.
for the
While
Midwest,
many
bro.
ran for cover, others stood their ground and filmed the hurricane-like storm. In this first clip, watch
God
as the
damn!
wind tries to move these cars and flying debris nearly hits a man trapped on his motorcycle.
It's not chemtrails, it's contrails. It's literally just hot air mixing with cold air at high, low pressured altitudes. All right. What sounds more likely? The government controlling the weather or science? I mean, come on. Come on. The government's obviously controlling the weather. Like, come on. Dude, this guy is just tanking it. He's tanking it on his scooter.
The wind grabbed anything that wasn't nailed to the ground and threw it across the city. Watch as loose objects fly by like birds, and this one neighborhood loses
Birds?
all its trash cans.
That doesn't look like a bird. Terrible analogy. God damn. Okay, that looks like birds.
Elsewhere in Nantong, several people caught outside tried covering themselves with whatever they could find.
Smart.
Those yellow stools may have worked if it weren't raining sideways. Aftermath footage from around Nantong shows how much damage the storm caused. Look at what happened to all these cars parked along a cinder
what the
block
hell?
wall.
또 사고 말더라.
The fuck?
어이 뭐. 어이 차 죽었다. 호이따라.
Sadly, the storm claimed
Where did the bricks come from, though? Was there a wall? Like
11 lives across eastern China and left 102 people injured. An overturned fishing boat sent 11 men plummeting into the water. 2 were rescued, but the other 9 were still missing in the days following the storm. Unfortunately, their fate remains unclear.
to send me a video that Runner liked. What did he do?
In late March of 2019, a powerful rainstorm on the west coast of New Zealand's South Island dropped nearly 40 inches of rain over 2 days. It was the
Goddamn.
highest total rainfall over 48 hours in New Zealand's history, and extreme flooding forced the closures of several major roads and bridges. One of those bridges was the Waiho River Bridge near the town of Franz Josef. Relentless floodwaters battered the structure until it was on its last leg. These locals could only watch in horror as the surge carried the bridge away, leaving them stranded on the other side.
Good thing no one was on it. God damn. Jesus.
Oh, the whole bridge is going. Holy shit. Taking it stand by stand.
This is basically how it happened in
A
Texas,
few
right?
locals had noticed several issues with the bridge days before the collapse.
Dude, I feel like Texas has got to be the state that is the least prepared for any weather disaster. Like, remember whenever the winter storm happened in Texas and everyone's pipes froze? And then this shit happened where there was a torrential downpour and then a bunch of people died. It's like Texas is like they need to get their shit figured out because they have like zero preparation for any weather disaster whatsoever. It's crazy.
One of them even emailed the New Zealand Transport Agency regarding some
Like
rock.
what happens when like let's say a tornado is going to hit you guys next, you know? Like what? Like I mean, I'm sure tornadoes happen down there occasionally, right? Maybe not. I don't really know. But like shit.
Rocks that had gone missing. It was not critical.
Companies literally shut shit down. I don't know if you could blame Texas. What does that have to do with, huh? Yes. The companies wouldn't, okay. If there were proper things set into place, it wouldn't happen. At least when we're talking about the freezing pipes or whatever. I mean, sure, the rain, the flood situation, like, it's a little bit like, you know, that's a little bit different, I feel like. But still, it's like Texas is just not prepared for anything.
Now, but it may be an issue if we get good rain, they said. The response from the NZTA was, everything should be fine. Well, everything was clearly not fine. The bridge collapse allegedly cost Franz Josef millions of dollars in economic losses, as the small river town relies on tourism to sustain its hotels and restaurants. While a new bridge was up and running within 10 days, the damage was already done. Dalhousie, India is a mountain town in the Chamba district of Himachal Pradesh.
I know
it
what
sits
that
about
is.
6,400 feet above sea level and is
I know
no
where that's
stranger
at.
to torrential summer rainfall. All that extra water saturates the land, meaning landslides
God.
can happen at any given moment.
Fuck that,
On July
dude.
11th of 2011, locals gathered along a ridge near Dalhousie to watch one of those landslides unfold. Watch as a few falling rocks trigger something catastrophic.
Why are they watching?
Oh, landslide นะ Oh! Oh!
God damn.
Vai cái kia. Đây.
Shit. Texas is on its own private power system that's not connected to the rest of the U.S. The company refused to do winter hardening on the infrastructure, resulting in the big freeze, killing nearly 300. That makes sense. There's a storm system that stalled in central Texas, and a low-pressure system dumped even more rain. It happened at night, so everyone was asleep. Then it was a flood-prone area, so they probably brushed off warnings if they saw them, because nothing ever happens. Yeah, but wasn't it like they weren't like they didn't have enough warning in the first place? Like, people in general just didn't have enough like heads up.
Now let's see that.
Because I mean, I feel like, you know, because when you live in Texas, you probably become complacent, and you're like, oh yeah, our weather's fine. We never have anything crazy happen here. You know, blah 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 blah. So. Warning the day before the event happened like 4 a.m. is the problem. Ah, okay. All the weather people got fired, so the report was very inaccurate. I think it was reported half the amount of rain. How did all the people get fired? Chat. What happened to all the weather people? Wait, why did they get fired? There's got to be, someone had to have done that. Yeah, it probably was the wind. It's probably just random layoffs. Yeah. Yeah, it just, you know, happens, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the libs. The libs probably did it.
More time from a different vantage point. This time, look at how close the
goddamn
cars
libs,
on the
bro.
right side of your screen come to getting caught in the landslide.
It was, you know, and it was them illegals. That's what it was. That's why we got to get these immigrants out of here, chat. They're firing the weather people that that warn us whenever bad weather things happen. And them transgenders, yeah. Why are you whistling? Like they're whistling and cheering like they're at a concert. Whistling to get their attention? I don't know. I kind of feel like that rock slide is a little bit louder than the whistling. I feel like the rock slide probably gave him enough attention as is, you know? Gave him enough. God damn, though. That's crazy.
Based on the debris that's already there, we're guessing an earlier landslide had occurred before the cameras started rolling. It looks like they closed the road moments before the second landslide struck. Unfortunately, we couldn't find much more about this particular event. Based on the footage, it doesn't look like anyone got hurt, though we imagine all those drivers had to turn around and go back the way they came. Mount Vernon is a small city in Posey County, Indiana. It's home to about 6,600 people who didn't think they'd have to worry about Hurricane Beryl in 2024. The first Category 5 hurricane of the season had weakened to a Category 1 when it made landfall in southern Texas. But that's not where the storm ended. On July 9th of 2024...
Okay, there it is. I was about to say.
Beryl's remnants moved through the lower Ohio Valley, drawing warm and moist air into the region. It spawned 7 tornadoes that afternoon, the strongest being this EF3 twister that touched down near a Ford dealership in Mount Vernon, Indiana.
Oh my
Bro
God.
is just... Dude, he's just chilling. Like...
Vernon, Indiana.
Like, he's just accepting his fate right now. He's like, yeah, I think this is, you know what? I think I'm gonna, yeah, fuck it. Let's die, you know? Fuck it. Not the Fords. No, not the F-150s. Drive them away. Please save them. Save them all. Chat, it's fine. An F-150, it'll survive, all right? Because they're that powerful. The aura will scare away the tornado.
Oh my God.
The dude's just
It's
chilling.
gonna hit Ford right on.
Yeah, they're doing competition.
Shut up.
Bro just said, there goes the competition. Oh my God. Bro, Bro just said, there goes the competition. Are you serious? No fucking way.
It hit Ford right on.
Yeah, they're doing competition.
Shut up.
Wow.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm annoying.
Do these people not realize there's a tornado in front of them? It's the Midwest. I guess it is what it is, you know? Like, she's apologizing for being annoying because she's saying, oh my God, this dude is over here cheering that the tornado's destroying Ford dealership. And we got this other dude that's not even talking. He's just sitting there waiting.
Holy shit.
It just formed in front of us. We were sitting here videoing it as it was forming.
Oh yeah, well, it was on the ground. It crossed the highway.
We watched it.
It's a little wind. You know, it's
Yeah.
a little windy, chat.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Still went on the highway.
Oh my God.
According to the National Weather Service, a long track cell moving northwest from Kentucky produced this EF3 around 4:18 that afternoon. Wind speeds peaked at 140 miles per hour, and the storm
Damn.
itself grew to be roughly 300 yards wide. It carved a 5.8-mile path of destruction as it tore down trees and damaged several homes. Then, it flipped over semi-trailers and train cars before lifting north of Johnson Road. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and the competition across the street didn't sustain any damage.
No! God damn it, why?
The people of Catalonia must have thought the sky was falling. On August 30th of 2022, baseball-sized hailstones pelted the Spanish territory. They originated from a convection storm that developed in the eastern part of the French Pyrenees. The storm intensified rapidly
Another
as it
4W.
moved south into Spain. Based on this footage, the locals had no idea it was coming. If they did, well, they wouldn't be out walking their dogs, would they?
Oh shit! Run! Run, dog! I don't care about the people. Run, doggy, go! Get in the thing! Get under the thing, doggy! God damn. Yeah, ASMR hail. Sounds to listen to go to sleep, chat. Donk. Damn! That dent is huge! Like a basketball landed on that thing.
Amb l'estona que ha passat i aquestes pedres encara es conserven així.
What the
The
fuck?
Catalonia region is no stranger to hail. However, these stones, measuring
That's
between 10
baseball
and
size,
12
bro.
centimeters in diameter, were the largest ever produced in a single storm over the region. Locals described them as tennis ball sized, while others were as big as frozen softballs. They injured 70 people and, sadly, claimed the life of a 1-year-old girl. Think of hail.
No! What the fuck? What? I'm sorry, who is not body blocking for that 1-year-old though?
Metro boom and make it boom.
Papa Max, thank you. Who is not body blocking that 1-year-old? I'm sorry? You're just, are you just letting the baby just sit out there? Like, what, how? What the fuck?
Like jawbreaker candies in reverse. Instead of melting in your
Jesus.
mouth, they hang out in the clouds as updraft winds keep them afloat. They build layers of frozen moisture until they're simply too heavy to hold. Then they plummet to Earth fast enough to cause some severe damage.
Caught a stray? That's my point. Is when the hail starts, you cradle that baby. You body block that shit. If the first time you see a thing of hail, like, are you kidding me?
On April 3rd of 2024, two powerful earthquakes struck near Hualien City on the east coast of Taiwan. The first was a 7.4 magnitude tremor that struck 11 miles outside the city around 8 a.m. Several strong aftershocks followed, including another 6.4 magnitude earthquake roughly 13 minutes after the main shock. The main shock was the strongest quake
Maybe
to
in a
strike
car?
Hualien.
I guess it's true. Maybe it got really unlucky in a car. What if she got immediately by the softball hail? Chat, do you understand how it works? It doesn't just you snap your fingers and then the baseball sized hail comes down. It's gradual. Right? Like, if we go back and watch here, we can literally watch it. Once it started, it wasn't just instantly softball sized hail.
Would they?
See, it's small hail at first, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets stronger. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm not, whatever. I'm just saying, all right? Like,
struck 11 miles out, strongest quake to strike Hualien County in 25 years. It triggered over 1,200 landslides, which combined to move roughly 13.3 square miles of dirt and rock. One of those landslides occurred in the mountains near the epicenter.
Whoa!
These workers were lucky enough to record the whole thing from a safe distance.
Holy shit! What the fuck? That is insane. It's like the entire mountain is just like gassy.
Sites like this were hard to miss in Taiwan after the earthquake. The main quake triggered 700 aftershocks within the first 24 hours.
Like I would not feel comfortable where they're standing, I'm not gonna lie.
And 1,300 aftershocks by mid-May. At least 18 people perished, 1,100 were injured, and 2 were missing a month after the event. While those figures are saddening, they could have been much worse. Taiwan has pumped billions of dollars into earthquake preparedness in recent years. Despite registering as a 7.4 on the Richter scale, the main quake had little impact on the island's 23 million people. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, be sure to click—
I didn't. I actually hated it.